Hey, what's up guys? It's Kratos here again. Today I'm going to be doing a video based on the cosmology or world/universes in the God of War universe. Well, franchise. To do with this script, I had a couple people that worked on it prior to me wanting to do this video actually, so I just want to give them, just a big shout out. Okay, so it goes to Cosmic. He's one of my good friends. He did this a while ago, and he's just a good Kratos debater, and he's a good dude. Another dude is named Steve Charlesman, and he's another cool dude, and he worked on this script for this video too. Okay, so purely going based off of the archipelago of Greece, far to the east of Athens, even though Athens is near the eastern side of Greece, there is a desert of lost salt. This desert is so large as well that it contains sand dunes larger than the 500-meter tall titan Kratos, and the largest sand dunes in the real world are smaller than around 400 meters. And Kratos is this same titan. He was sentenced to wander this desert of lost souls for eternity. Now consider how big a desert would have to be for a 500-meter titan to never eventually crawl out of this as well, even for over 1,000 years, being as he was stuck there for over 1,000 years. It would need to be easily hundreds of miles across, whereas the real Greece in its entirety is less than 360 miles. This desert, which is far to the eastern city of Athens, while still in Greece, would be comparable in size to the real Greece. Although now we're going to get in how big the countries and continents actually are. So let's go into the actual size of the disk. It takes a Pegasus less than 4 minutes while fighting to get to the island of Rhodes to where Typhon is trapped in Mount Etna. The distance between these 2 points in the real world, which is a low ball for this world, is around 1,182 kilometers. Now doing that in 4 minutes is around Mach 14. Yet it took 6 days of non-stop flying for this same Pegasus without tiring to fly to the island of creation at the edge of the world. That would be a distance of around 2,555,000 kilometers. That is nearly 201,000 times 12,742 kilometers, the diameter. It's over 17,869 larger than 142,000 kilometers, which is the diameter of Jupiter. Obviously, I'm just lowballing. It could be a bit higher. And that's the largest planet in the solar system as well. And that acts as sort of a self-proto-star due to its mass. This would be over 1.8 times the diameter of the Sun. Okay? And that's not even the diameter as well. That's just from Rhodes to the edge of the world, which is more like the radius. Now to get on how deep the disk is, well, in God of War 3, when Poseidon smashes a titan into the water, that titan is 500 meters tall and it can be completely submerged and the shallowness of an in-island land as well. And that's not even like full ocean or anything, it's just a tiny, lake. The bodies of water in the God of War verse are clearly at least 100 times. The real ocean's depth goes to 11 kilometers. If the God of War ocean is 100 times deeper, it would be about 1,100 kilometers bigger than the dwarf planet Kratos, which is 984 kilometers, but smaller than Pluto, which is 2,390. Yet the map makes it look even bigger as well. While the edges of the disk are not seen, the depth looks to be at least 1% of the diameter of the disk would put it over 50,000 kilometers, which is greater than the diameter of Neptune and almost exactly the diameter of Uranus. The volume of the disk would then be 22 quadrillion cubic meters, or just over 1 quintillion cubic kilometers. Using the density of the real Earth, this would get respective masses of over 124 octillion kilograms. Okay, and that's nearly 100 times the mass of Jupiter and nearly the mass of the red dwarf star at 300 octillion kilograms, or over 5.77 nonillion kilograms, which is nearly 3 times the mass of the Sun, or about 1/7 the mass of the red supergiant star. Now you may notice one other distinctive feature to that map as well, which would be Mount Olympus. It's a supernaturally tall mountain. Mount Olympus towers over everything. It is said that it would take 3 days for a mortal to fall from the height of Mount Olympus and another 3 days to plummet to the depths of the underworld. This has been confirmed again by multiple directors. By the way, I will be posting these scans on screen as well, so when I'm talking over the subject, you'll be able to see them. Now, to fall 3 days would require Mount Olympus to have a height of 13,737 kilometers, which is just slightly over the diameter of our real Earth. Now, of course, if you want, you can suggest it being even larger by comparing it to the depths of the oceans and the depth of the disk, and the fact that it's visibly nearly as large as the disk itself. And this is actually pretty consistent as well with other things shown about Olympus, such as the fact that the Earth in its entirety can be viewed from the peak of this. And this is just the Earth as well. Like there's a lot of other realms and there's dimensions and other universes as well. And like Hades' underworld, which is a different realm, is said to be an endless in multiple occasions, 2 times actually, and they're confirmed by Corey Barlow. Now Zeus's skies are also said to be infinite in the novel, and Zeus's skies also contain the actual stars and galaxies created by the primordials in their battle, as shown in the opening cutscene of God of War Ascension. And this is not even counting the other dimensions that exist, such as the timeless domain of death or the night dimension in Ascension that you can go to on the other side of the lantern of Delos, and the 9 realms in the current game as well, which is in a completely different part of the universe, or a different pantheon actually, and we'll get into that as well. So basically, in conclusion with the Greek pantheon's cosmology, for the main dimension, it's like there are around skies with its space, the underworld, and the timeless domain of, and you well, so around 5. And basically, they're all separated by a gigantic planet with the mass of a small to mid-sized star, which is the Earth. So that basically gets rid of the current stuff that we have for the Greek pantheon. Okay. Now, to get into the Norse pantheon, I might actually do a separate video to that. You know, like part 1, the Greek, and then part 2, the Norse, like, or you know, the Egyptian and such or whatever. But this was a good video. I was waiting to do this for a while actually, and thank you to my boy Splash for actually helping me record this, because I don't have any fucking decent recording software right now. And a shout out to my girl Kaylin, love you BB. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for watching guys. Peace out.